Morning. A very warm welcome to everyone as we begin this year's Lit for Life event. Lit for Life is the Hindus' festival of literature. It's a festival of ideas and ideals, words and books, where writers can meet their readers and readers can talk to the writers. It's also really about discovering or perhaps rediscovering things about life, human nature, the productions of people, spaces inside and outside, places, and what the world really means as expressed through words and books. Lit for Life is about trying to understand through discussions and debates what shapes us as people, our histories, our achievements and failures, and also perhaps our hopes for what lies ahead. The Delhi session of Lit for Life held last week was a great prelude to this event. We had a very vibrant debate by eminent panelists on contemporary India. We also enjoyed a moving visual feast from one of the world's greatest photographers, Steve McCurry. And in Chennai, over the next few days, I invite you to enjoy, meet, and celebrate some of the finest minds of our country, the distinguished panelists who have joined us. I warmly welcome them all this morning and thank them on behalf of The Hindu for taking time to be with us today. I'd like to also convey my enormous gratitude to our illustrious panel of judges who have read so many books over the last several months and have come up with a great shortlist for the Hindu Literary Prize for Best Fiction this year. And tomorrow evening, we look forward to them announcing the winner of this year's prize. I must mention that The Hindu has had no part in the selection of the shortlist, and neither are we involved in the choice of the winner. This is an independent exercise, but is part of The Hindu's commitment to supporting creativity and excellence in writing in India. This event would not be possible without our sponsors who have come forward so generously to support us. It says much that business and corporate houses support this kind of activity and shows us that the value of literature and books lies beyond the daily commerce and daily transactions that are the main preoccupations of many of these houses. It also shows us how much literature is an integral part of everyone's life, and we're very grateful to these sponsors for recognizing this and coming forward to supporting our event. This festival also owes its existence and implementation to our consultants, to the experts who are running the workshops, and to my invaluable colleagues, the great team at The Hindu who made it all possible. The Hindu, since its inception, has always promoted arts, literature, and culture. All great newspapers thrive because of their ceaseless engagement with the great issues of the day, whatever they may be. And The Hindu has reflected this not just through the authenticity and credibility of the news and perspectives it produces every day in its columns and pages, but also because of the space it allots to books, writing, and literature, especially through supplements like the Literary Review. Implicit in this is the knowledge that much of life's explorations and truths can be gleaned from literature and the arts, and in the fact that when everything fades, what will remain are the words and ideas in these books and in newspapers, and also in new forms of media, including social media, which still use the same words, the same pictures, although in a different manner. But the truths are the same and are still vital and still at the core of human experience. I'd like to thank you all very much again for coming here today. This festival's strength comes from people like you who have kept the faith with us. We at The Hindu are greatly enthused by this response, and we hope that the 2 days of Literature for Life will indeed throw a little light your way. Thank you very much for being with us today, and we look forward to you being with us tomorrow as well. Thank you.